Welcome to Lesson 5. Today we're going to talk about descriptive adjectives. These are important tools that make your sentences more detailed and engaging. Let's get started. So, what are descriptive adjectives? They're words that help us describe people, places, things, or even emotions. For example, instead of saying the house, you can say the house is big. This makes your sentences more interesting and detailed. We use short to describe someone with small height, while we use tall for someone with greater height. We use fat to describe someone with a larger body size, while we use thin for someone with a smaller body size. We use ugly to describe someone or something unpleasant in appearance, while we use handsome for someone who is good looking, usually referring to men. We use big to describe something of large size, while we use small for something of small size. We use happy to describe someone who feels joy or is in a good mood, while we use sad for someone who feels unhappy or upset. We use old to describe something that has existed for a long time, while we use new for something that has recently been made or introduced. We use clean to describe something free from dirt or mess, while we use dirty for something that is not clean or is covered in dirt. We use fast to describe something that moves quickly, while we use slow for something that moves at a low speed. We use strong to describe someone or something with great physical power or strength, while we use weak for someone or something lacking strength or energy. We use hot to describe something with a high temperature, while we use cold for something with a low temperature. We use hard to describe something that is firm and solid to the touch, while we use soft for something that is gentle and easy to press or shape. We use heavy to describe something that has a lot of weight, while we use light for something that weighs very little. We use cheap to describe something that costs little money, while we use expensive for something that costs a lot of money. We use empty to describe something that has nothing inside, while we use full for something that is completely filled. We use easy to describe something that requires little effort or is simple to do, while we use difficult for something that requires a lot of effort or is hard to accomplish. We use rich to describe someone who has a lot of money or wealth, while we use poor for someone who has very little money or resources. We use noisy to describe a place or situation with a lot of loud sounds, while we use quiet for something calm and without much noise. We use wide to describe something that has a large distance from side to side, while we use narrow for something that has a small distance from side to side. We use brave to describe someone who shows courage and faces danger or challenges without fear, while we use afraid for someone who feels fear or is scared of something. We use hardworking to describe someone who puts a lot of effort and dedication into their tasks, while we use lazy for someone who avoids work or effort. Thank you so much for your attention. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more lessons and exercises to help you improve your English. Keep practicing every day. It's the key to success. And finally, don't miss out on more fun and useful resources by following us. See you in the next lesson.